Hi, and welcome back to Temple Baptist Church Online Devotion. I'm glad that you're with me today. I'm continuing my study in the names of God, and today I'm looking at the name Root of David. This comes from Revelation chapter 5 and verse 5. This is what it says, that John was present in the Spirit, being able to see in heaven. There was one who sat on the throne holding a scroll within his hand. Yet no one was able to come and take the scroll. And so John began to weep. But he heard the voice of one of the elders say to him, "Do not weep. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, has prevailed to open the scroll and to loose its seals." Root of David, just like Lion of Judah, it's kind of an odd title for God. But a root is that which brings forth moisture and life from deep in the ground. I have a couple of oak trees in my yard, very substantial oak trees, probably 150 years old or more. And they are alive, not only because of the leaves that receive the sunshine, but the roots which grab the moisture from the ground and help feed that as life into the trunk and up into the branches of the tree, all the way to the leaves. The root is what gives the tree its strength, and it is what helps to produce the fruit that is formed on a particular tree. The root here in this particular passage is what gave David his life. It's what sustained him, it's what strengthened him, it's what nourished him, and what connected him to the power that flowed from the creation of God. So when we see the root of David, we understand that what was in David's life and the strength that he had and the desire that he had to be a man who was after God's own heart came from what God had planted deep in David's life, literally came from God himself. For David, David was who he was because God was and is who he is, and because God was at work in David's life. There's a passage that we see this over in Psalm 139. And you'll remember that just recently I did a study through this particular psalm. But in Psalm 139, from verse 13 down through verse 18, David writes, "You formed my inward parts, you covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and that my soul knows very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in secret and skillfully wrought in the lowest parts of the earth. Your eyes saw my substance being yet unformed, and in your book they all were written, the days fashioned for me, when as yet there were none of them." When we read this particular passage and we think about David's life and who he was, it was God who made David who he was. God was the one who formed him, who gave him what he needed over the course of his life. God was the one who set David in place. God was the one who protected David. God was the one who watched over David. It was God who served as the root for all things that would manifest in David's life outside of his sin. God wasn't the root of David's sin. David had to deal with his sin nature, which fought against all the life that God was trying to instill in David. And that's the way that it is for us as well. God desires to be your root and my root. He desires to be the foundation upon which we stand, upon which our life is built. The one who gives us all that there is needed in life that we can be completely established the way that he would desire for us to be established. King, creator, protector, provider, planner, strengthener, sustainer, and inspirer. That's all that the root is and more. And that's what God desires to be in your life and my life as well. I trust that that's your relationship with God, that He is your foundation for everything, that He is your root in all of life. If not, we'd like to help you with that here at Temple Baptist Church. And if you don't have a church home that you call your own, then please come and join us on Sundays at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 6 p.m., or on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. God bless you. I hope that the Holy Spirit will help you understand more about some of these names that we've just looked at: the root of David, the Lion of Judah, Elohim, Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, and as well, Christ. Come back next time as we continue the study.